You grow your own omega-3, and you've been walking past it your whole life. Nobody told you this. Not your doctor. Not the vitamin aisle at Walmart. Not the health influencer selling you a $30 bottle of fish oil capsules. Nobody sat you down and said, there is a plant growing through the cracks in your sidewalk right now, pushing up through gravel and concrete with zero water, zero fertilizer, zero anything, and that plant carries the same omega-3 that people are paying $100 a month to get in a little gel capsule. Nobody told you because there's no money in telling you. There's a lot of money in not telling you. But today that changes. My grandfather never bought a vitamin in his life. Lived on a farm in eastern Tennessee, worked the land from age 7 until he couldn't stand anymore, and died at 91 with a sharper mind than most 40-year-olds I know. He didn't know what omega-3 was. He didn't need to. He just knew which plants you ate, which ones you cooked, and which ones the old-timers called the strong leaf, the ones that made your joints feel loose in the morning and your head feel clear after a hard day. Science caught up with him eventually. Took about 50 years, but it caught up. What he was eating, what his mother taught him to eat, what her mother taught her, was purslane. Portulaca oleracea. A plant so tough it grows in parking lots. A plant most Americans pull out of their garden beds without a second thought and throw in the trash. A plant that, according to researchers at the University of Texas, contains more omega-3 fatty acids per gram than almost any other leafy green on Earth. More than spinach. More than kale. More than anything you'll find in the produce section of any grocery store in this country. And it's growing free. Right now. Probably within 50 feet of where you're sitting. Here's what omega-3 actually does in your body, and why the old farmers who ate purslane and perilla every week seem to age differently than people who didn't. Omega-3 fatty acids are the raw material your body uses to manage inflammation. Not suppress it chemically the way an ibuprofen does, manage it the way a healthy system is supposed to. When you don't have enough, your joints stiffen. Your brain slows down. Your heart works harder than it needs to. Your mood gets heavier and you don't always know why. Modern Americans are some of the most omega-3 deficient people in the developed world, and we're surrounded by the solution. We're literally mowing it down every Saturday morning. Purslane tastes like a mild green with a slight lemony bite. It's succulent, the leaves hold water, which gives them a satisfying crunch when fresh. You can eat it raw in a salad, wilted in a pan with garlic and olive oil, mixed into eggs, stirred into soup at the last minute. The Mexicans call it verdolaga and have been cooking it with pork and green chili for centuries. The Greeks eat it in salads with tomatoes and feta. Native Americans across the Southwest dried it and stored it through winter as a survival food. The Depression-era homesteaders in Oklahoma and Arkansas who couldn't afford anything, they ate it because it was there, and they were stronger for it. Now here's where this gets interesting. Because purslane is incredible, but there's a second plant in this story that most Americans have never heard of, and this one might be even more powerful. It's called perilla. Perilla frutescens. You've seen it if you've ever been to a Korean barbecue restaurant, the big, dark green leaf they wrap the grilled meat in. In Japan they call it shiso and use it in everything. In Korea it's kinep. In traditional Chinese medicine it's been used for 2,000 years. And in terms of ALA, alpha-linolenic acid, the plant-based omega-3 perilla seed oil is one of the richest sources ever tested. Richer than flaxseed. Richer than chia. Richer than walnuts. And here's the part that should make you genuinely angry at the wellness industry: you can grow perilla from seed for about $2. It will come back every year on its own. It will spread if you let it. It grows in shade, in poor soil, in containers on a fire escape in Chicago or a patio in Georgia. It asks for almost nothing. It gives you something that companies are charging $100 a month to put in a bottle. Let me walk you through exactly how to set this up, and I want you to pay attention here because this is the part most videos skip. They tell you the plant is good and then leave you hanging. We're not doing that. If you live anywhere in USDA zones 4 through 11, which covers the vast majority of the continental United States, you can grow both of these plants. Purslane, in many areas, you don't even need to plant. Go look at the cracks in your sidewalk, the edge of your driveway, the disturbed soil along your fence line. If you see small, fleshy, oval leaves on reddish stems hugging the ground, you've already got it. Taste one leaf. If it's mild with a faint sour note, that's your plant. If you want to cultivate it intentionally, just scatter seed on bare ground in late spring, barely press it in, and water once. It'll take care of the rest. Perilla you'll want to start from seed in early spring. Start it inside 4 to 6 weeks before your last frost, or direct sow after the ground warms above 50 degrees. Thin to about 12 inches apart. Once it's established it'll drop seed at the end of the season and return next year without you doing anything. Grow it in full sun for maximum oil content in the leaves. Harvest the young leaves continuously. The more you harvest, the more it produces. Do not let it bolt to seed if you want leaf production, but if you want to press oil or collect seeds for replanting, let a few plants go to flower at the end of summer. Now here is the secret that even most homesteaders don't know, and this is the part I want you to remember. The omega-3 content in both of these plants is highest in the young growth, the newest leaves, the tips, the first flush after a harvest. Once the plant matures and starts thinking about reproduction, the nutritional profile shifts. So the farming practice that maximizes your omega-3 intake is exactly the same practice that maximizes yield. Cut it back regularly, eat the young growth, and keep the plant in a permanent state of early vegetative growth. You're not just harvesting food. You're triggering the plant to keep producing its most nutritious tissue indefinitely. Eat a generous handful of purslane or fresh perilla leaves every single day for 30 days. Don't supplement anything else. Don't change anything else about your diet. Then notice what happens in your joints in the morning. Notice what happens to your focus in the afternoon. Notice what happens to your sleep. I'm not making a medical claim. I'm telling you what thousands of years of farmers knew before we had a word for it, and what the research is now catching up to confirm. The pill bottle is a middleman. The plant is the source. The plant is free. It grows without being asked. It has been growing without being asked for longer than this country has existed. Your great-grandmother knew this plant. Somewhere along the way we forgot it. Today you remember. If this changed the way you look at that weed in your backyard, drop a comment below. Tell me what state you're in and whether you've ever eaten purslane before. I want to know how many of you have been stepping over a pharmacy your whole life. Hit subscribe because next week we're going to talk about another plant that Depression-era farmers used as a complete protein source that grows in every state in this country and costs absolutely nothing. And if you know someone who's spending money on fish oil capsules every month, share this with them. Do it right now. Because the information that actually changes lives is the kind the algorithm doesn't always push, it's the kind that travels person to person, the same way the old farmers passed it down. Hand to hand. Garden to garden. The way it was always meant to go.